So my film is about teen pregnancy and it's dedicated to teenagers. So in my film, there is two main characters. There is a 19-year-old successful student and mother, and there is a 16-year-old who is about to become a twin mother and who is nervous about it. So my film focuses on teen pregnancy and how these two particular girls deal with their everyday life challenges when the expectations of society are so different from their own.
My film, basically I'm going to take 3 or 4 elders and I'm going to ask them about their lives, if they could tell the story, what would they regret and what would they change if they could go back. And the main message is to just kind of for the audience, I guess, to just let them live their life without no regrets, make the best decision. So maybe they won't regret it one day. And it's important to me because when I'm old, I don't want to regret anything in my life, so I guess that's what.
And my film is going to be about the war between Bangladesh and Pakistan in 1971. And I'm interested in that because that was the war that affected my country the most, and that's the war that happened the first and the last. And I just wanted to know what happened in my past in my country, and it affected me, affected everybody. In the war, there were people fighting in the country and people fighting in the city. In the end, the people that were fighting in the city got their reward as cars, certificates, medals, while people that were fighting in the country got broken legs and stayed home for the rest of their lives. And there are those people living around us today in New York City. Some may be opening store at 4 o'clock in the morning, cutting fish, frozen meat, and some may be breaking bricks, doing construction work. So I will be interviewing someone like that and asking him, how does it feel to be a warfighter and not being recognized?
My documentary is about my uncle Mark Anthony Lodge that passed away October 14th, 2008. He died a couple days from his 30th birthday, which would be October 27th. And I wanted to show his life and his family and how he's affected people from his death, and what joy or pain did he bring to people, or how he was a part of their lives in a way. And I wanted to show his legacy and his religion and pretty much everything about him.
And my film, the name of it is going to be called Stripped, and it's about the double standard, basically relationships and about hooking up. The reason I named it Stripped is because basically the language towards women, if they hook up a lot, they're called hut, slore, and slut and all those type of words. If a guy does it, he gets props for it. And me personally, I'm a modern day feminist. I don't like it at all. So I decided if I addressed it, made people understand it, henceforth the title Stripped.
It's about how I like to party with older people in adult clubs. And the reason I picked this topic is because about 1.5 years ago, me and my sister, who was 19, her name is Latoya, we started forming entertainments where we go to parties, we host them, promote them, and throw them ourselves. And I'm really into that kind of stuff. And basically what my film is about is to go into these parties and show what they do there, explore everything. What goes on in these parties is they're drinking, what kind of dancing are they doing, why are they letting people like me in the clubs, younger people.
It was about a baseball coach and his troubles growing up in Brooklyn and the things that he's run through and how he shares his life lessons today. And I've broken it down to 3 acts, and the first would be how he coaches and his methods of coaching and what he teaches kids, and then the second act would be me interviewing him on a deeper level, and his wife and his son. And then the third act would be me interviewing 2 kids on his team whose lives that he's influenced, and I would then show how he coaches or how he is, and he has a little daughter, and basically his life now and how it's different from his life before and how it's changed. And that's it.
documentary was based on the essential question, has your view of the country changed since the election of Barack Obama? And my subject interviewees were going to be I plan to interview people who have participated in the civil rights movement, and participated who were 20 years or older if they did, which would make them around 65 or older now.